Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm your nighttime, right time DJ Music. As I always say, I got 15 minutes to rock this post, so let me get straight to it. As reported by CBS News, first of all, I want to thank Priscilla Smith for sending me this. Thank you very much there, Priscilla, for being up on these little posts that you send me from time to time. Without further ado, folks, according to CBS News, the murder map, the deadliest U.S. cities. Murder in America. In America, an estimated 16,214 people were murdered in 2018. This was a 6.2% decrease from the 2017 estimates. Here are murder rates in 65 major U.S. cities. These cities with a population greater than 100,000 residents. For 2018, these rates are calculated by using the FBI's 2018 Crime in the United States data. Photos were accredited to Getty. Okay, so without further ado, folks, let's get to number 65, Tucson, Arizona. Number 64, South Bend, Indiana. Number 63, Anchorage, Alaska. And says about Anchorage, Alaska here, the murder rate in Anchorage is 8.9 per 100,000. In 2015, Jerry Andrew Active was sentenced to 359 years in prison for murdering an elderly Anchorage couple along with other crimes. 359 years. He ain't never getting out of jail. At number 62, Allentown, Pennsylvania. The murder rate in Allentown is 9 residents per 100,000 in 2018. Eric Freehan evaded authorities for more than 6 weeks before he was captured for killing a Pennsylvania state trooper and wounding another. He was sentenced to the death penalty in 2017. Number 61, Springfield, Missouri. Number 60, Clarksville, Tennessee. And coming up with our first tie here at number 58, Wichita, Kansas, and Miami, Florida. And both have a 9.7 murder rate per 100,000. And another tie here at number 56, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Stockton, California at 10.5 victims per year. And let's see, in this photo, San Joaquin County Superior Court Judge Sandra Fox was wheeled into a hospital after she was stabbed during a courtroom recess by the man who was on trial for murdering his girlfriend. How does a judge get stabbed in a courtroom? How did he get a weapon into the courtroom, folks? Ever ask yourself that? I'll go another tie at number 54, Mobile, Alabama at 10.6, along with Knoxville, Tennessee. In 2015, Zebleon Dobson, 15, was killed while shielding 3 friends from gunfire. At number 53, Beaumont, Texas. At number 52, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Excuse me there, folks. At number 50, Topeka, Kansas, 11.1. Columbus, Ohio, tied with Dallas, Texas. And Savannah, Georgia, coming in at 48. Houston, Texas. Hampton, Virginia at number 46. And another tie at number 43, Salinas, California. The murder rate in Salinas is 12 residents per 100,000 in 2018. And Delia Tara at 3 and Sean Tara 6 were found dead in a storage unit in 2015. And in 2018, their guardian, Tammy Huntsman, was sentenced to life in prison for the 2 murders. And of course, it goes on to say, which was thought to have taken place in the Huntsman Salinas apartment. So she killed the kids in an apartment and took them to a storage facility. Just left them there like they were nothing. At number 43, we got another tie for Columbia, South Carolina, and Roanoke, Virginia. Number 41, in Jacksonville, Florida. The murder rate in Jacksonville is 12.2 per 100,000. Jacksonville murder rate declined by 3.1 per 100,000 in 2017 from 2018. So Jacksonville dropped a little bit. Part of that decline, they say it's 6.2%. And if you don't know this guy right here, Michael Dunn, this was the character that shot the kids in the car because the music was too loud. Big man he was. I know I'm making a joke about it, but like Cat Williams said, why'd he shoot the kids in the back seat? They couldn't even reach the radio. What was the purpose of shooting them? They can't control the radio. Another hate crime. That was at number 41, a tie. At Springfield, Massachusetts. And at number 40, Albuquerque, New Mexico. At number 39, Greensboro, North Carolina. At number 38, Nashville, Tennessee. At number 37, Newport News, Virginia. At number 36, Toledo, Ohio. The murder rate in Toledo was 13.5. In 2018, James Worley was sentenced to the death penalty for murdering a 20-year-old University of Toledo student, Sierra Joglin. I hope that I'm saying her name correctly. Police discovered the hidden room outfitted with restraints inside the barn on Worley's apartment. So before he murdered her, he had his way with her. At number 35, Orlando, Florida. Florida, you seem to be getting a lot of attention over there. I think that's the third or fourth city in Florida alone that we've talked about here. And we're just not even halfway through yet. At number 34, Rochester, New York. At number 33, Montgomery, Alabama. At number 32, Norfolk, Virginia. At number 30, and another tie with Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in this picture here, it says Josh Mills pictured here, sits outside his Tulsa, Oklahoma home where friend Jeremy Lake was killed in 2014. Shannon Kepler, a white police officer, fatally shot Lake, who was black, while Lake was visiting his girlfriend. Kepler is currently serving a 15-year prison sentence for first-degree manslaughter. Good for you. And it tied at number 30. Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Rockford, Illinois at 15.5 murders in 2018. At number 28, Syracuse, New York. The murder rate in Syracuse is 16.1. In 2016, Ryan Lawrence pleaded guilty to beating to death his 21-month-old daughter, Maddox, before burning her body and dumping her ashes in the Anaconda Creek. Horrific. At number 27, Oakland, California. The murder rate in Oakland was 16.3. At number 26, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. At number 25, High Point, North Carolina. And number 24, Hartford, Connecticut. The murder rate in Hartford is 17.1. Denise Marino speaks at the sentencing in Hearst of her son Tony Marino after he was convicted of throwing his 7-month-old son to death from the end. I don't even know how to say this. Arigane Bridge. How do you throw your son off a bridge, man? And that was at number 24. At number 23, Atlanta, Georgia. The murder rate in Atlanta is 17.1. Atlanta's murder rate increased by 1% in 2018. At number 22, Indianapolis, Indiana. At number 21, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At number 20, Cincinnati, Ohio. At number 19, Akron, Ohio. Akron murder rate for 2018 was 19.2. At number 18, Peoria, Illinois. At number 17, Little Rock, Arkansas. At number 16, Chicago, Illinois. Not even cracking the top 10, huh? In 2018, 563 people were murdered in this city. 563 people. were murdered in this city, and we're only at number 16. 563 people. So imagine, and these next ones got to be at least, you got to get higher than Chicago, and you have to have at least 563 people or better. At number 14, we got a tie from Buffalo, New York, at 22.1%, and in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, both of them coming at 22. Another close to my home over here, North Charleston, South Carolina, at 22.2%. At number 12, San Bernardino, California. At number 11, Richmond, Virginia. At number 10, Washington, D.C. At number 9, West Palm Beach, Florida. At number 8, Shreveport, Louisiana. At number 7, Dayton, Ohio. At number 6, Memphis, Tennessee. At number 5, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At number 4, New Orleans, Louisiana, at 37.1. At number 3, Detroit, Michigan, at 38.9. In 2018, 261 people were murdered in that city. Whew. What do you get to do when we get to number 2? Baltimore, Maryland. 51%. Wow. Per 100,000. Wow. That's a lot of people dying in that city, folks. That's a lot of people for that small area. Baltimore, Maryland at number 2. And last but not least, at number 1, St. Louis, Missouri. The murder rate in St. Louis is 60.9% per 100,000 people. So imagine that. You're talking about at least 500 to 600 people losing their life in that city alone in 2018. 500 to 600 people. So the city still has the highest murder rate in the country in 2018, marked as the second consecutive year with a decline. So even though they still have the highest murder rate, they're on a decline. Picture that. Wow, that's some great news, ain't it? But one thing, folks, I don't know if you was noticing as the higher we got, the darker it got. When I say darker, I mean the higher we got to number 1, the darker the complexion of the people living in those cities were. Black folks, y'all killing yourself. You're not going out in other communities murdering folks. We're killing our own people. We always want to say what other people are doing to us. But if these facts and figures are true and correct, most murders happen in your own neighborhoods. Most of the murders that happen are people that are known to each other. Same with robberies. Robbers are lazy. They're not going to drive 200 miles to commit a crime. They're going to do it right there in their own neighborhood. If you live in these areas, folks, you need to be more diligent than other areas. Not to say that tragedy and chaos can happen in any city, but it's more likely to happen in these cities. 60.9% of 100,000 people. That means, again, folks, you're talking about, I would say, I'm not a mathematician, whatever how you say it, but I know that's close to 700 people getting offed. I do know that. You do the math. Time for me to get on up out of here, folks. Again, that was the top 65 deadliest places in the United States of America, the deadliest cities, with St. Louis, Missouri being on the top. I'm out, yeah.